welcome race fans here tonight at the Earl, as Freaky Fast is happy to present them racing here at Richmond Raceway. Hopefully everybody's going to enjoy the show here tonight as much as we are going to enjoy the show here tonight. But these guys are right now under qualifying, but I am accompanied by my two best friends here that know more than I know when it comes to speaking. Laugh out loud. Brian Johnson and Zach Hall.
Hello, hello.
Hello, everybody. How's it? Hope everyone's doing good and ready for some good old-fashioned short track racing.
That's right. These guys are going to be hitting Richmond Raceway here, a 3/4 mile track. And this is an awesome facility, I must say. Would love to come to this track one of these days, but what do you guys expect out of these trucks here tonight, as it's late afternoon, early evening, and I believe it's probably going to go on tonight, I would imagine.
Yeah, right now we're looking at, it's about 6:30, and I believe we will definitely be hitting the lights as we got a 200-lap race here tonight, so we'll definitely see this track go through maybe a little bit of change. We're looking at a 67-degree racetrack right now. So, kind of cool already right now, but it should definitely cool off as the lights shut on. And man, excited because this track right here is it can really put on a good show. And man, it's definitely a driver's track. One of my favorites.
Yeah, I think the track definitely is going to change because along with the 200 laps, we also have time advancing twice as fast. So. All the changes to the track and the sky and temperature and everything's going to be happening twice as fast. So we definitely will get into nighttime and, everything. I think as 200 laps is going to be about the halfway point, and if they're running time twice as fast, it kind of all equals out to a full-length race as far as all the changes that are going to be happening.
That's for sure, Brian. Yeah, we're going to definitely. I didn't even notice the 2 times there. Good call on that, because that'll definitely mean we'll get to that nighttime phase very soon here. As I believe sundown will be around 7:50 to 8 o'clock. So, going to be very, very interesting race here tonight. It's definitely a track where we're going to see a lot of guys fight and drive off, and it's one of my favorite things. Is a short track driver, you gotta really find that drive off and get the best run down your straightaways that you possibly can.
Yeah, there's not going to be any grip out of 4 a whole lot, 30 laps into the run. So that's where the setup comes into play there, is trying to find the balance of tight and loose on exit there, and then the driver as well has to run that best line off. I know at least in the A car here that we did the other night, you like to exit low and I like to exit high, and they kind of were even for the first 30 laps, but afterwards I think exiting low was kind of the better option, and it'll be interesting to see if that holds true to these trucks here tonight.
Yeah, really like Brian said, this is definitely a track that driver's style, I like to say, comes into a big factor. You can do multiple different things here that does work. Like Brian said, he was fighting a different, type of a way to drive this track, and he was Xing higher, and myself was Xing a little lower. And they can definitely have different effects on the tires, I would say, and it'll be interesting to see, the difference in lines here tonight, because, in my opinion, this track right here, well, it's very, very interesting in the lines you can run. It's really, you can run from anywhere to the very yellow line, a half a groove off it, to really up in the second groove. You'll see some guys move over across atop that dotted line there and really try to make runs on the exit. But in my opinion, the thing that makes this track, like Brian said, turn 4 will be the turn that we will see most of, I say, looseness or spins. 2, you can still get loose out of 2 because there's a little bit of abrupt turn. There's a little hump there coming out of 2. But with the D shape in the oval here, you're still turning as you get to the start-finish line. So this is one of the tracks where you can come off the corner and still be loose as you're passing the start-finish line. So it's a very interesting thing to fight all night long.
Yeah, and I think that's why I feel like a lot of these guys are going to have their trucks set up to the tighter side. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of pushing off of 4. as opposed to being loose, because they don't want to be loose all the way down the front stretch.
Yeah, that's very true, Brian. And sometimes that push can lead to push loose, and we know that's a scary loose here. Right now, we got about 1:50 left in qualifying. Only had 6 drivers taking times right now. It was Shane Wood with a beautiful lap of a 1992 there. Wow, that's really quick. He's got Alan DeFries there in second one with a 2029, and that's a good almost 4/10 clear of the pack. There's his teammate David Bradford. Yep, and I was about to say we're probably about to see some times clicking off. Guys are probably waiting for that track to cool off and that air temp.
Yep,
and
that's
boom.
real smart because the sun's moving twice as quick, so it's going to be getting twice as cold during qualifying as it normally would. And at this time of day, the longer you wait, the cooler it's going to be. So
that is very true.
Popping off some quick ones.
Boom, and look, the Will Jones hops to the top of the board by 2 thousandths over his teammate, both in the 92s there. Wow. So right now, top 3 is that Bad Company Racing Team. We've seen BCR be very, very strong all season. I wouldn't be doubted if we see JD in that 51 put himself somewhere up there in the top 2. But I believe we actually had a new team formed, Brian, under Precision Performance Motorsports. So I think we had a second team form here. And I believe it'll have Channing Ballou, Christopher M. Hill, Brandon Puffenbarger, and Travis. I cannot say Travis's last name, Brian. Can you help me out there? Actually, I don't think Travis is in this race right now. So
yeah, I don't see him there either.
Travis is on their team. That's all I know.
Wow. So there's a new team?
Yeah, Precision Performance Motorsports has formed a second team. So it looks like the combination of some of the Airborne Motorsports guys, which Airborne Motorsports is still there with Kyle Frame and Dean Moore, but looks like Brandon Puffenbarger has made a move. The former Christopher M. Hill and Shannon Ballou. So very interesting for sure.
Yeah, that's extremely interesting. That's interesting, but all right, well, we're going to get ready to hit 200 laps here at Richmond with the Earl. These guys gave some good insight here tonight. I do got some trivia questions that I stole from the internet that we'll do from Zach from Dirty Air Podcast. So we'll give them guys the credit. We just got to give the right credit where it is. But it looks like we only have 13 trucks actually take a qualifying lap here. So basically run through what you can there, Brian, top 13. And then because the scoring pylon's not going to show anything else different for viewers.
Okay. So tonight your pole sitter is going to be Will Jones in the 24 truck. He ran a 19.92. And his teammate there, Shane Wood, 2,000 slower, is going to be in second. David Bradford is going to start out third. Bobby Hamilton Jr. fourth. Justin Napier fifth. Christopher M. Hill sixth. Derek Runge seventh. Alan DeFries eighth. Jason Spear ninth. Channing Ballou is going to round out the top 10. Tommy D'Angelo is going to be 11th. Daryl Spear 12th. And Mickey Spear is going to be 13th to start out this race.
All right. That's awesome. Awesome for them guys there. Ready to bring up some stuff here. Hey, oops, wrong button. Hey, don't hit that button.
I had a quick question for you, Robert, actually.
Oh, no. I don't know.
Do we know our stages?
Yes, stages would be lap 60 and 120.
10-4. Thank you very much, sir. Well, that's interesting, guys. 60 laps. I know Cup car can go 93 on a full tank of fuel. So I'd say the trucks can make anywhere from 93 to 95 on a full tank. These guys are on a half a tank. So making that 60 laps will be impossible. So we will have to see a pit stop if they can take it green on any part of these stages, and that'll definitely play into a factor here with green flag pit stops.
So what are they looking for fuel and laps? You said what, around 30 maybe?
I'd say 45.
45? Ooh, okay.
Yeah, 45 to 47, 48 maybe. In that range, definitely. It'll definitely be interesting, but these guys will figure it out. I'm not sure if this is a 1 degree, but we might.
No, they should go around another time.
I believe, that's what I thought.
We didn't mess up this time.
Yeah, guys, I think the big thing to watch here tonight is, our last season's champion, Bobby Hamilton Jr., has not had the best of seasons. And he's starting fourth tonight, good starting position. I want to see what he can do, see if he can get himself a good top 5, maybe even a win tonight for that 25 truck. I think he really needs some momentum to shift for him.
Yeah, he's getting there. He's been getting faster and faster every week. And I think what's really kind of hurting him is that his trucks haven't been, real good long run trucks. But every week it's been slowly getting better. And I think tonight a track like this for him is going to be one of his strong suits. And we'll see what happens here. I'm hoping he'll do well.
Yeah, as that pace car pulls off, about to take us to the green flag.
All right, well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 200 laps here at Richmond Raceway with the Earl, sponsored by the Mug Root Beer.
What a good restart from the front, too, there. Shane Wood, very good job on that outside line to get going. He's going to pull into that second position. Bobby Hamilton Jr. looking to maybe take it to the outside. David Bradford here, but still on that inside there is David Bradford at 46, battling for third.
Yeah, that was a great restart by those two teammates up there. I think they definitely coordinated that one, and it worked out well. And 46, another good restart. He's been pretty quick the past few weeks.
Yeah, definitely has. David Bradford's always shown a lot of speed. Got to look there behind Bobby Hamilton Jr. as he settles in the fourth. Our last week's winner, Justin Napier. I don't believe you were here with us last week, Brian, but Justin Napier was our last week's winner at Bristol. So it was a great finish for him there. And maybe carry some more momentum in here, running the top 5. He had a truck sliding off of 4. Sorry to interrupt you there. That was the 84 Derek Runs, but he saved it.
Yeah, these trucks tend to be pretty savable once you learn how to. It's a pretty repeatable thing. But that's good for Justin Napier, because that's another guy that last season was pretty darn quick and has been pretty close this season so far. But I believe that's and then Bobby Hamilton Jr. now battling for fourth there. These guys are looking pretty quick here tonight.
Yeah, that they are, Brian. It's going to be interesting to watch the 51 come through the field. He started 14th also and with JD there in the 51. He's been a very strong truck all year long at BCR's. Really had really strong trucks each week. Going to see how his truck makes his way through the field. I believe he's up to 13th now.
Yeah, one of our biggest movers here is going to be Brandon Puffenbarger. Started 17th up to 11th. And then Quentin Murdoch as well, started 21st and up to 15th. So both of those guys have moved up 6 positions in 7 laps. I think that's pretty good average.
That it is, Brian. Woo. I think Mickey Spear back in the 41. Oh no, we have a wreck right as I go to him. 11 Dennis Nickel. That is not a caution. Wow. How?
Yellow, yellow,
wow.
yellow.
Okay, there it comes, caution.
Oh yeah, Mickey Spear.
Unfortunately, caught up in that.
Slow out of 4.
Oh. Looked like he got loose. And, oh,
yeah, Mickey
no,
did.
And okay, somebody who's sliding through the turn there got involved with 11.
That's the 53, Steve Murdoch and 11, Dennis Nickel. Looks like Steve might have been trying to, he saw Mickey was a little slow up top, and he was going down and just caught the right rear of Dennis Nickel, and that's going to end Dennis Nickel's night right there, guys. I believe Mickey Spear injured trouble for Mickey Spear also, so
yeah,
those two are definitely going to be hurt here tonight, and most likely the end of their night here at Richmond, unfortunately.
Yeah, those were 2 hard hits. Everybody's going to be coming down pit road here. Will Jones leading them down.
Yeah, we had about a 10-lap run there. This is gonna put these guys in the window to almost make it. They can save some fuel under this caution, shut them engines off, and maybe even save a little bit during the run. If we go green, we could possibly see some guys maybe make it if my math is close. But my math sometimes, I wasn't the best math student always, so
Wow.
can't always count on my calculator in my head.
You're a better math student than I am. Put you that way.
Sometimes I think the 24 and the 20 are the same truck. They came down pit road, entered their box exactly the same time, exited the exact same time. These guys are just hooked up. I love the first pit box here at Richmond because it's literally 6 feet away from the end of pit road.
Yes,
so it's extremely important and beneficial.
I can tell you from experience from last night. Qualifying on pole and having that first pit box is a gift. It really is, and it's one of my more favorite pit boxes. Like you said, Brian, just the angle you have to get to the box is very nice, and just it's one of the easier boxes in my opinion not to slide through, just because the way it's angled. It's, like you said, in the line is right there. You really have to go about 4 or 5 feet, and you're at the exit of pit road. So speeding is pretty much not even a thought when you're there. So it's definitely a benefit, and I think Will Jones is going to take advantage of that all night long.
So they're going to line them up 2 by 2.
Yep. The only time I would say that pit box is a disadvantage is under green flag circumstances. Don't feel like you can get the best traction out of, if you have the last pit box. Some guys can roll down pit road and get better traction once they get going, but it'll be interesting to see if we have any green flag pit stops tonight, as the pace car looks like it may get ready to do its burnout.
All right. Trying to get ready to go back green here. All right. Green's out. There goes Will Jones.
Yeah, 24 was on at that time. Will Jones, great restart.
Yeah, I want to keep an eye on Christopher there, Zach and Brian. He showed some strength last week, and unfortunately he had some circumstances happen out there, but he had a very, very strong truck in that Predator. I believe that's Predator truck sponsor he's running there.
Yeah, like you said, Robert, last week, me and you saw he was very, very strong. I think we've seen Christopher Hill has been very strong throughout this season. Wow. Looks like Jason Spear and maybe Shannon Ballou. Yeah. The 88 and 83.
Got up into the 83. 83 truck was already on this ball. 88
Yeah, maybe.
And that's a shame that 83's got some damage, so that should hinder him.
Oh, we got a wreck in the back.
Got the 5.
Yeah, the 5 and the 84 here. It looks like the 84, Derek Armstrong just lost it coming off of 2 there.
And there is no yellow.
Mark Truxell, nowhere to go. Yeah, this track is known to, if you wreck down there below that yellow line or into the grass, there's not a lot of cautions called here. This is definitely something I race on.
A lap down.
Yeah, they definitely will be, Brian.
The 84, Derek.
Oh, the 84, very slowly on the bottom. But
oh boy.
Yellow flag is out.
Oh, now we have a yellow.
Something else happened.
And we'll see who that. Okay, the 8. Go back here and watch and see what happens with the 8, ladies and gentlemen. It's going down the backstretch. Truck's looking good as he goes through 3 and 4. Coming out of 4, looking good. Coming down to turn 1. Off the gas. And, that thing just bipolar, just kicked out.
Yeah, that's something I should have probably brought up in the beginning of this race is turn 1, you want to run your brake bias as far back as you can, without, wrecking. And that might have been a case of just a little too hot with a little too much rear brake, and that thing will kick around on you like that real easily. And that's something, turn 1 is just, it's known to do with that D shape. You have such an arcing turn there that you get a little too much rear brake, and that rear end wants to step out on you.
And it's like you explained last week too, while we were here at Richmond. You know, you go through that D shape, you're turning, coming out 3 and 4, you're turning left, and you still got to turn left like you're going from a turn to a turn.
Exactly.
And that really can upset the truck or any vehicle.
Yeah, you got to think about how it keeps the truck completely loaded. It looks like we had some 2 tire takers here, and Christopher. Well, I don't know if Christopher Hill did, but Chris Worrell definitely did in the 6. But back to what we were saying, you run around this this D-shaped oval, and that front straightaway, it turns a lot, so it's almost a turn in itself. Due to the truck, you come out of 4, it's loaded up, and you get in the bank into the front straightaway, and it stays loaded up because you have that wheel in it.
Right.
And it's definitely an interesting racetrack. So some of these drivers will fight all night.
It's you could kind of compare it to Michigan or Auto Club. Both of those tracks have curved. They're a D shape as well, but Richmond's it's a sharper turn than that.
Yeah, with it being shorter like that, the radius of it is definitely a tighter radius than I would liken it to Michigan. Definitely, Michigan, it's got that long straightaway, so it's not as abrupt, but very close for sure with this D-shaped track like this. Looks like Chris Worrell does the first taker on 2 tires. I don't think the 7 did because he was already had some track position, but he had a good stop, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think he. If he took 2 tires, he would be ahead of the 6.
Yeah.
So he just had a fantastic pit stop right there, 4 tires, and we'll see how the 6 does it. I think it's a good idea to experiment early in the race.
Early, exactly, Brian.
Now's the perfect time to try these 2 tires and see what happens.
And from this point on, these guys can make it on fuel to the end of this stage. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out for these guys. But I'm very interested in this 2 tires. I think this could work. This is definitely a track position gain here for me. Is started 15th tonight, and this is going to gain Chris that valuable track position at short tracks that we have, and we'll see how that plays out for him.
Oh, we'll see. All right. Well, we're one to go. Gonna be a fun race. I'm excited to wait because the Earl can put on some good racing here at the league. If you're checking out open setups trucks, make sure you check out the Earl on Facebook on iRacing League page. But I can't wait to see the transition, from this late afternoon, early evening to nighttime, and see the balance change of what happens to these trucks. Who's ready for that change is going to be the question, because there's going to be a big shift, and this track changes constantly. So as the rubber gets laid down and these guys get ready to go back green, bang, boom, boom, there they go, ladies and gentlemen.
What a restart there from Chris Worrell on them 2 tires. Good job by him. Look at the 7, though. He's going to look in the inside 24. Does the smart decision to not drive in there too deep, but Shane Wood's going to take advantage of that with that 20 truck around the outside.
Well, we know here, Zach, the outside is not where to be. Not yet. Do you think the outside will eventually come along if they get a longer run and get some rubber laid down on this track here tonight, that they'll be able to use that outside line?
Yeah, on the first few laps, I think the bottom is definitely going to be king. But after a few laps and you start to lose that front turn, as we see Chris Worrell on 2 tires just slowly dropping back already.
Tight.
Yeah, he's
really tight.
That's what it looks like to me too, Brian. He's got a little bit of push loose, and he goes really deep into the corner. But like back to what you were saying, Robert. That bottom line for the first few laps is definitely going to be the preferred line. But as you wear the tires out now, making that pass under someone gets tougher and tougher just because you don't have that whole exit to leave, and that outside line is definitely it can come in. The rubber lays down this racetrack very fast, and we got a long race. So I would not be surprised if we see someone make that upper groove work. But at the moment, I believe we'll see this bottom groove be the preferred.
The 51. We're riding with
Yellow,
the
yellow,
51 too. I was just about ready to say, look at that 51 all over the back of the 6, trying to give him, the Bristol love tap to try to move him out of the way, and he self-spun it.
Yeah, and that just looked like a case of him trying to get the run and cut down under the 6 on the exit. And this track sometimes it's brutal. It can definitely snap loose on you at any moment on the exit of 4, like we've seen all night.
Something we haven't talked about. We'll bring up the weather here at Richmond Raceway here for these gentlemen here tonight. Air temperature is 64 degrees, nice and cool, not bad. Track temperature is 67 degrees with the winds at the south at 5 miles per hour, partly cloudy. So that low already, Zach, with the track temperature and air temperature, you know the lights are going to come on, and eventually we're going to go into the nighttime. I would assume, well, not assume, it's going to happen, that the air and the track temperature should drop a little bit. What's that going to do to these guys with the trucks? That, you know, what kind of different balance do you think we're going to wind up having? I guess is what I'm trying to get at.
Well, I think our track temp will definitely be dropping. I don't know about the air temp. 64. Yeah, air temp should stay similar. Due to it being 64 degrees, iRacing doesn't really
go any lower.
Yeah, and really it shouldn't go any lower than 65, but sometimes it can. We've seen weird things, trust me. And yeah, it just dropped a degree actually right there from 67 to 66 as I'm getting reports right now. So yeah, you know, the track drops down another degree. I think we could see more grip, but I don't think these guys will have too much to worry about balance wise. Since what they started off here with is pretty close to, you know, what we're having at these moments. I think the rubber will be the biggest changer of the night, because that rubber can really affect these lines and these grooves, how they're working. Right,
and as you know, you said the low line is the king line, you know, as they go on. So all the rubber's going to be planted down there. Probably by halfway through this race, ladies and gentlemen, we'll probably see a lot of rubber in turn 1 and 2 with that low line, and we might see some drivers jostling, looking for a different line to run to try to get a little bit more grip. And you know, getting into the turns is pretty easy here. You got to get the drive off. If you don't have the drive off here at Richmond with this 3/4 mile track, you're gonna struggle. You know, it's you got to have the drive.
That's for sure, Robert. And I believe the sun just went below the trees back here off the turn 4. And
oh no, come back up, son.
We should see these lights coming on, I'd say, in the next 10 to 15 minutes here at Richmond.
I'm going to run out to the camper. Anybody want some s'mores? I can cook up some, you know, it's nice cool weather. This is camping weather.
You know what I need, Robert?
What's that?
I need a mug root beer.
You need a mug root beer. Well, I had one last week, and I don't have one today, so I do apologize to the mug guys. That's what we want to call them, the mug guys. Sponsored by, you know, they're sponsoring Earl, awesome, great company there to sponsor these guys throughout the season. So please go check them out on Facebook, check out some of their photos on Instagram. They do have some nice pictures of root beer mugs, you know, shots. It's like, wow, some people come up with some stuff. It's amazing what people come up with, food and drinks.
Yeah, that's for sure, Robert. You know, right now we just had our top 3 stay out in 24, 20, and 7. So Chris Worrell's going to be our first guy on who retires here. And I believe David Bradford, who was the first to bring him down, did have a speeding penalty. So we'll have to see how David Bradford can make his way through the field. But some interesting strategies being played right now.
Yeah, I think the tires are going to be the way to go.
Green flag. Green
All right,
flag.
so I was just reading the Facebook chat there as Angie's out there rooting on her brother. I remembered that from last week, but we are back green here, ladies and gentlemen, with the Earl. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show and getting some detail on how these go. Oh, and we have Wood. Did he scrape that wall?
He sure did, coming out of 2, bush wide just a little bit.
That's not good. Now, would that be the heat cycles on the tires, guys, that would make him push like that all of a sudden?
It could be, or it could be. You know, usually we got a truck spinning out of 2. I think he saved it.
I think he saved that. That was Chan Blue, I believe.
They're
Yellow,
pushing
yellow,
wide like
yellow.
Oh, with the wrecking back there.
Ooh, no caution.
Jason Spear, oh no, and the 83, the Spear brothers are not having the best night. That's going to be a night ender for the 83 Jason Spear there.
All right, well, we'll watch Jason go down here with that Western Auto, old DW's good old paint scheme that he used to run here. And they got into the wall, and Jason just said, I don't think he was ready for that, ladies and gentlemen and guys. It's just all of a sudden he was like, oh crap. Well, that Toyota's smoking as we're watching him come down pit road. We'll see him stop in his pit stall here, and his vehicle's huffing and puffing, ran out of energy, and it just shut off. So he's gonna get fixed, and hopefully the crew can do something for him as caution's out here at the Earl. Boy, well, bad night, but you know, Jason will come up here. Maybe Jason will come up here in the booth, maybe, or you know, something.
Well, we still got Daryl Spear out there, so one of the Spear brothers is still left out there.
That's all right. We got the whole family, Zach, man. Okay, you knock one down, we get another one.
That's very true.
Oh, we have Thomas out there on Facebook, too. He's saying, is there a Thomas in this field?
I do not see one, Robert.
Guess not. Thomas says he's spectating tonight, so he says go HLC.
Oh, that's Thomas McMullen, actually. Oh, yeah, it's Thomas McMullen. So, Quentin Murdoch and Steve Murdoch there.
Oh, yeah.
And also Tommy D'Angelo, Justin Napier, Alan DeFries, and Mark Truxell. So,
all right. Well, we're looking for lap for stage 1 here. It's going to be lap 60, so these guys are about 22 laps away for that stage. That's still a long run. We get a green flag run for 22 laps. That's still going to show us the strong trucks compared to the other trucks. Oh, and look, the lights are on.
That they did. They just kicked on.
Now, here we go. Now we're going into the nighttime, ladies and gentlemen. It was kind of boring today, Zach. There was no NASCAR on.
Yeah, there was really I got my Formula One, my NASCAR, my league racing all out last night.
Yeah.
So it's really just been testing all day for our race Tuesday night, and yeah, just not much going on today. Watched a little bit of golf, but other than that, nothing else.
Yeah, I watched some golf too. Yeah, it was a great show there from Tiger Woods' family.
Yeah, and that shows you comebacks in sports. As we see in sports, comebacks are never give up, and anything's possible. So, any of these guys out in the back here of this pack, it ain't over yet. We still got a long race to go. So, don't give up. That's for sure.
Never say never, because you never know.
That's very right, Robert.
Amen. Sound like a goat. I don't know. I had my grandson here the other day, and he was going around going bah bah. I was like, oh boy. He was into the goat scene. Don't ask me why. But anyways, back to the race.
It looks like this pace car is about to go in.
The pace car's going to be peeling off, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to get freaky green here tonight. And we'll get some binging and a banging.
Green flag, green
And
flag.
green's out, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's get freaky fast again. What a start. What a start by Will there. He's showing some good power on the starts. He's got it figured out here a little bit.
Yeah, those two trucks, they're still pretty quick here.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh no. Oh no. There's the big
And
one at
Brandon
Richmond.
Bumgarner.
And Jason just said on YouTube, he said, I should have been in the booth.
Oh man, that's Bobby Hilton is just a self spinner off of four, and Didn't hit anything.
No, but I also seen somebody else spin after that. I think it goes to 42. Brandon, I think.
Yeah, I think Brandon Puffenbarger was checking up, and the 56 of Justin Napier just didn't check up in time and sent Brandon Puffenbarger around. Fortunately for him, it's mostly rear end damage, and I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, and like you said there, Bobby Hamilton, he just did a complete 360, spun it around and just kept going. But,
yeah, it's awful forward. Just one of them things, like we said, all night fought, and let's see what happens. Looks like, oh man, looks like 4 trucks are gonna stay out. I believe it looks like David Bradford made so 5 trucks. So we got 4 BCR guys and Chris Worrell in the 6, splitting them up like cream filling in an Oreo. So yeah. It's going to be very interesting here. So first of our takers was Christopher Hill in the 7th.
All right, well, let's do it before we're going to run to commercial here real quick because we do got to pay the bills. So we will quick commercial there from Be The Match. But guys and ladies and gentlemen out there on the chat, I do got a trivia question to ask you. Trivia question is, let's see here, who in the first career Cup Series win in 1998. Who got their first win here at Richmond in 1998 in the Cup Series? Think about that one, as we'll be right back after this quick word.
One of the main reasons I did decide to join the registry is because the lack of African American representation on the registry. It's our responsibility to register. This is something that we can control. You can do this. Think about if it was your child. Think about if it was your sister. Don't let fear be the only reason that you don't save a life.
My name's Quentin O'Donnell. I'm 19 years old, and I was born and raised in Boulder, Colorado. When I was 16 years old, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, and since then, I have been doing 3 years of treatment. For the future, I hope that I'm able to beat my disease and just be a normal person. I want to go to college, I want to continue to race, maybe be a professional driver one day, and just keep on living. That's my goal.
All right, we're back. So, well, we got Jason's now here out in the Facebook out here, guys. But we'll give this. I'm watching the stream live here, so I did say the wrong date. Did I say 1998? I meant to say 1999.
Oh, okay. Cause
my bad.
Threw me off.
Yeah, my bad. 1999. I don't know why I said 98.
99. Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez,
so
I knew who won in 98. I know both of the winners. And I was about to say I didn't think one of them had the first win then, but I was going to guess Jeff Burton because Jeff Burton won in 98. But
yeah, so it would be 1999. So
oh man,
we'll give.
Would that be Dale Jr.? I think.
No. His first couple was at Texas in 2000.
Oh, that's right. I don't know why I was thinking Richmond.
Wow. I'm actually thrown for a loop now. 99. Well, you're going to have to tell us right because we're about to go back to green.
All right, well, we're going to go back to green as everybody's starting to put in the chat in there about who they think it is, but we will reveal the answer here very shortly as we are back to green as, wow, Will Jones and Shane there, they got an equal start there that time, guys.
Yeah, they did a good job, both of them. As David Bradford takes that 4th position from teammate Jay in the 51, as Christopher Hill looks to make use of them new tires and maybe get by the 51 Jay. Gotta say that 24 truck is strong, guys. Will Jones has not faltered all night.
Yeah, it hasn't really skipped a beat. It's been pretty consistent from him and the 20. And the 6 as well. I think he, he got those positions by taking 2 tires, and he's been able to hold 3rd and 4th place up to this point. So decent truck for him as well.
You know, that question that Robert asked, I think I know my answer because I've been thinking about it more, and I know exactly who it is now.
I have no idea.
When Robert's ready, I'll tell everybody.
All right, well, we have some answers out there from 2 people, from Angie.
Oh, and the wreck-it! Oh, no!
Yellow flag is out.
Well, I was about ready to go to it, but we'll talk about it here after we see
I
what
apologize
happened
for that one.
to
That
Chris.
was my bad.
Ooh,
I talked about
6 of Chris Worrell.
Oh no, what happened to Chris here? Let's see what happened to Chris as he's going down into turn 3 and 4. He's exiting out of 4, looking really good there. Coming down into turn 1, ladies and gentlemen. And you can see him coming in and oh, what the heck?
Yeah, it's another case of, like I said, just a little too deep with a lot of rear brake bias, and she snapped around on him.
Yeah, but not only the way it snapped, Zach. It snapped.
When he turned back right.
Yeah, how it just like all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
I've seen that before.
Wow. That was like, what the world was that?
Yeah, when you turn it right like that, them tires grip up. It does a abrupt 90-degree turn.
I don't even
Trust
call
me,
that
I can say from experience.
That's crazy. I mean, that's like, holy crap.
Yeah, that's very interesting, definitely. And looks like we do have some takers there on the pit road, but
So,
yeah,
anyways,
it's unfortunate.
Yeah, you want to answer that question there, Zach?
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
had to think about it for a minute and think who was rookie in '99, and it was Tony Stewart.
You got it.
Yep.
You got it. All right.
I knew
well,
that one.
you know what?
I had to think hard.
Since we're on the same thing here, as we
You
know,
know.
Richmond, they go to Richmond twice back then. So, who else got their first career? Well, not 1999, but we know they go here twice. But in 2005, who got their first career win at Richmond Raceway or Richmond International, or you know what I mean? In 2005.
I got two drivers in my brain I'm thinking about.
Okay.
What are you thinking, Zach?
Well, just keep on thinking, and we'll give some time for these
Yeah, give.
fans
that's
out
right.
out there to chime in their little answers there and see if they're right, because we got some answers coming in already here from some people out there. So don't go cheat, guys. Don't use the internet, guys. Just ask Google.
We'll use the internet, but not for the trivia question.
Was it his first win? Was it the person's first win?
Yes,
Two?
first career
Okay.
Cup Series win in 2005.
I got a guess. I have a guess, but I'm not sure. But we'll see what everybody else in the chat thinks.
Wow, look at that. Angie knows her little trivia there, too. And this is not from the question that I asked, but it's from the previous question. She's right. Dale Jarrett won his first race in 1999, too. I think that was at Dover, if I remember correctly. When was Dale Jarrett's first win?
It wasn't in '99. He won in
Was it
he won
98?
he won the Daytona 500 in like 1992.
Yeah.
So
it was early 90s when he started racing.
Because that's when he drove for Joe Gibbs. He drove the Interstate Batteries 18 back then. And I remember Ned Jarrett called the finish to Daytona 500 first win. But
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, I know Dale Jarrett did win. I believe he won. No, that was Jeff Burton and Terry Labonte in '98 at Richmond. But yeah, when oh man, the 2005 one's got me stumped. But I think the only person I can think of is somebody. So
All right, well, I got to remember not to hit a certain camera file here so we don't get blinded by the lights. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, hey, we're getting ready to go back here at the Earl as we're going to see here the stage is coming up, guys, and this is going to get interesting. Top 10 gets points,
Green's out.
and green's out. Let's see who can win the stage here tonight at Richmond Raceway. As whoa, look at David Bradford and the 20, man. They were side by side there. Now 51's trying to power dive in there, but that didn't work out so well for him there, as the 7 just got a strong run coming out.
Another great restart. 7 and the 46 are on the freshest tires of these guys. 7 has fresher than 46, but 46 has fresher than 24.
Oh, no.
There
There goes the 20, and I think I have a funny feeling, ladies and gentlemen, that would have been net code. I just got a feeling from what it looked like.
From the angle I had, I didn't see a space.
Oh no, that's engine damage too for Shane Wood.
Well, let's see here. They're coming down. As you can see, the 7 get underneath them in turn 1 here. Chain goes up, and oh, it was. Oh, I don't know.
It was going to happen either way if it was netcode.
Yeah, it kind of looked netcode, like netcode wanted to start it, but it really wasn't. That's what I have to see, but man, that is ooh man, that's gonna hurt Shane there. He's gonna have to sit in pit road now and have his pit crews start painting up his car again and putting new fenders on it and trying to make it look nice.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Shane as Tommy Gangel in the 3 just can't, trying to miss that wreck, just took a hit to the nose there, and that's I think gonna end Shane Wood's night. He's gonna have to have a lot of.
Yep, the motor just popped going down pit road, ladies and gentlemen. You just heard it go poof.
Unfortunate there.
Well, also want to quick bring up before we get that answer here, the area view here tonight at Richmond Raceway, and it looks very beautiful with these lights on. Checking out the high and wide here of this track, but it's brought to you by the Mug Group here, so make sure you check out them on Facebook. You'd much appreciate it. But proud sponsors of the Earl here. All right, that was a beautiful screenshot there that we just had. This is kind of nice view. But okay, well, to answer your question here, what's your answer for 2005 for 05? Who got their first career win?
Well, the only person I could think around that time that was rookies and going for the first win, it had to be Casey Kane, maybe?
Yeah, I was thinking Casey Kane or Kyle Busch.
See, well, I knew Kyle Busch won at California. That's why I didn't pick Kyle Busch, so.
Well, you are right. It would be Casey.
Nice.
Casey Kane.
And I know
nice,
before that, Jerry
nice,
Mayfield won,
nice.
so Ray Abraham had 2 years in a row where they won that race. So I kind of had that in memory, but I couldn't remember if it was his first. So I knew he won there, but wow. Well, Casey Kane.
That's right. Well,
he should have won a lot more before that.
Thank you for everybody doing tonight's little bit of trivia. We'll have some a little bit later as we talk more about this race here at the Earl. The trivia was powered by 30 Air Podcast. Make sure you check them out every Tuesday night at 11 o'clock for your motorsports and sim racing news. They talk about the previous race in real life and whatever's going on in iRacing or any kind of updates. And they talk about Road to the Pro, which Brian Johnson, or known here as Soda Ken Johnson, is running for with his help of Zach Hall here on setups and his crew chief. So we wish them the best of luck through the season, as hopefully these guys will you'll get there. So it'll be awesome. But make sure you check them out there at 11 o'clock every Tuesday night after the Peak Series or Road to the Pro.
Yep, definitely got a special announcement. Actually, right now, we will have Peak driver Benjamin Nelson on this week. So come check it out if you want to hear from a Peak driver, some insights about that. And also got to say congrats to Will Jones on the Stage 1 victory here tonight at the Earl.
I do apologize for that. I didn't realize it was the stage came up that fast.
Yep.
So there we go. I'll bring that up. Stage winner there, Will Jones. He gets a stage win. That's going to help him in the point standings there. But we're
Pace
gonna
cars
go back
off.
green, guys. Here we go. Let's get ready as the
Green flag.
sun
Green
has
flag.
set here. The lights are on, and we are night racing here at Richmond Raceway here with the Earl as we see the flashing bulbs go. So pretty.
Again, look at the man who just spun out. Not too many cautions ago. Bobby Hamilton Jr. up back in the fourth, or is that he's up in the fourth position there as he got by Quentin Murdoch in that 8. So
Yeah.
Bobby Hamilton Jr. making that recovery.
Yeah, he always makes great recoveries. He always bounces back pretty quickly. So hopefully he can keep it up front here for this second stage and put himself in a good position for some long runs maybe at the end of this race.
That's for sure, Brian. So we have a stage at 120. That'll be our next stage to see. As this 24-year-old Jones, he's been shutting out the field tonight pretty much. He's been on rails, and I think he wants to sweep all 3 stages or the 2 stages and get that victory. But he definitely has 2 hungry teammates right behind him.
Yeah, his truck looks like he's ran about 2,000 laps in the past 3 days. It's just incredibly consistent, and the truck is just perfectly happy. At least that's what it looks like from out here. But that 46, he's kind of creeping up.
Yeah, David Bradford has creeped up on him, but that look back here is with Justin Napier and Nick Hurd. Look at Nick Hurd up in the 8th position here. Battling with Justin Napier. There goes the 8 o'clock. Oh, Nick Hurd into the wall. Oh, no. As I talk about him. And the 84 Derek Runge back there. Woo, he's in the inside wall. So I believe the 42 of Brandon Buffalo, he cracks back into the top 10 after that incident where he got checked up and had to get spun there. So moving his way back through the field very nicely.
Well, we're looking for the next stage at 120, and it looks like...
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Well, now that I said it, me and my big mouth. I was actually going to say that I don't think... I think we're going to have a long green flag run the way everybody settled in, but I'm not sure who that yellow was on. Do you guys know, or who was involved? Oh, I got her. It was the 32, and it did one of them start self-spin and right into the wall.
Oh, no.
And
That's Daryl's Spirit. Looks like he's still got engine power in the truck, so he did tow, but it's not been a good night for the Spear brothers here at Richmond.
Well, they did say, Jason said I should have been in the booth, so... Also, check out Channing there in the 88. Check out, he's getting ready for the HBO. The new Games of Thrones is coming out. I believe tonight is last season's opening up, I believe. If anybody's into that. As we'll see what he's doing here. Go ahead. Sorry, Zach.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. We have an oh, no.
24. We had one of those iRacing glitches where it showed he was behind the line in his box, but iRacing made him back up. That's going to cost him
2 positions there.
2 positions.
Well, it only makes his story better if he can fight back around his teammates. So, Will Jones is going to have to fight to get that lead back, but I'm just going to give it over to David Bradford. Well, this is going to be interesting the way this race plays out, guys. Got a lot of different drivers all around throughout the field, and we'll see how it plays out for them. Sorry about that phone going off.
Oh, don't worry. I know how the phone is. I had it 2 weeks ago vibrating, so that's all right. But we'll have to see how Will Jones bounces back here, Zach, on this. I think he's got a strong enough vehicle to do it. But the 51 has shown some power out here, ladies and gentlemen. The 25, it looks like he's struggling just a little bit as the sun went down and the lights came out, but I'm sure he's doing some adjustments as, you know, everybody. Oh my goodness gracious, don't hit that screenshot. Bright lights, bright lights. Oh, jeez. Wow, iRacing. Fix your screens.
Yeah, we're getting those lights are definitely bright as they shine down from the tops of these grandstands.
Yeah, and I do apologize for that to everybody because I don't know when it's coming the way everything is. So, but we got Nick Hurd down here. Also, he's dropped down to 16th place right now. I know he hit the wall. So he's gonna have to get his vehicle fixed up and hopefully nothing really dangerously happens to his vehicle here down the road here. But all right, well, they're gonna get double file here and they're gonna get ready to go back green as 75 laps of 200 is in the books. They're racing here tonight at Richmond Raceway with 144 miles they're going to be putting down on these motors. So that's a lot of miles for these motors. But my main concern would be their brakes, heating up the front brakes compared to the back brakes. Do you think we could have a little bit of brake failure down the road there, Zach and Brian, or something?
Well,
it takes a while for these brakes to start experiencing brake fade, which is pretty much when they get too hot, they don't stop as well. But they're going to be going back green here.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
Green's out.
great restart from the 46 and the 51. JD really lost out theirs. He's going to go to third with that 24 Will Jones hunting for that lead again, guys. That Under Armour machine has been really, really quick tonight, so we'll see how if he can get back to that front position.
Yeah, he seems very, very fast. And you can see what I was explaining earlier, how he's laying back. He's getting into the turns very, very strong, but easy. But he's got such a drive off. Look how he... Oh, we got the 51 around.
Ooh. It's nothing, so he's going to be all right. That was... Looks like he caught the apron there a little bit from me going back and looking at it. And that apron will de-wedge that car just a little bit, and you're already on the ragged edge as it is with these open setups just to get as much speed out of it. And yeah, it's unfortunate for Jay, but it's probably the best case scenario for him to hit nothing.
Now, there's a driver we haven't talked about here, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have a Williams Nichols? Is he new to the league? In the 13 Pepsi.
Yeah, William Nickel. I believe he was at Bristol last week, Robert.
Okay.
He may have some relationship to Dennis Nickel.
I would
imagine.
Maybe. I don't know. We if Dennis is out there watching, maybe he can charm us in. Let us know. Just not used to seeing that name out there, ladies and gentlemen. But Bobby Hamilton still showing strong. He's got a top 5 truck right now. 79 laps in the books here of 200.
That he does, Robert, and started 4th. He is 4th. He's had a spin tonight, but he's about that 25 flaming back up to the front, and yeah, just really good run for him. Alan DeFries, really, all these guys.
Yeah, we don't talk much about Alan DeFries there either. He had a decent run last week there at Bristol, but like you said, he's up in the top 5. But he's also got Christopher M. Hill back there, which we talked about before, is extremely strong truck. And Justin Napier, we haven't talked much to him about either. So
yeah, and right there in 8th, you got Quentin Murdoch. Started 21st. Up to 8th, Dustin, I was going to say Dustin Puffenbarger, but Brandon Puffenbarger was 17th tonight. So that's some big movers there right here.
Well, hopefully everybody's enjoying the show out here tonight with our guys here at Ricky Fast Broadcasting. We do appreciate you tuning in, watching us, listening to us blabber about the race and the Gander Truck Series here, or the Mug Root Beer, even though they got different visors up there on their trucks. But They got some beautiful paint schemes out here, Zach. It's just very, very beautiful. I love night racing. I really do.
Yeah.
Night racing is I like all kind of racing, but night racing is my type of racing, you know. Sitting under like the temperature right now here at Richmond Raceway with the Earl guys, and it's beautiful. And I'm having a s'mores right now. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Yeah, and the metallic in these cars really comes out at nighttime. You can see the lights reflecting off them, and like I said, Robert, I don't think your paint scheme look much better than under the lights here at beautiful Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah, most definitely. I do. The 25's got a nice scheme here. It looks like we should be going back green here this time around, as we're going to get double foul here at Richmond. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to hit that share button, like button, follow button here at Freaky Fast and Earl. They much appreciate it as much as we appreciate you following us on, okay. Well, Zach, you nailed that on the nose. It is his brother. It is Dennis's brother. Good job. I didn't even know he had a brother. I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't even know he had a brother. I thought, you know. Well, that's
It's a
cool.
weird coincidence.
Well, that's cool. We got brothers out there. They're probably racing on the same team. They're looking strong. Dennis, unfortunately, had some problems here early in the race, but, you know, we're short track racing here. As the 46 gonna lead them off to the green flag here again on lap 82, and off they go, ladies and gentlemen.
Another good restart from our leader there.
And you see the 25. Oh, go ahead, Brian. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, hopefully we can get a decent long run in here and see some of these guys work their way up through the pack and go back there and look at the lake, make their way up to the front, put themselves in position. Had many green flags in a row here. 24 and 46 looking really competitive against each other.
Yeah, and like Robert said earlier, that 24 just really, really nice drive off from the 24. He's backing up his middle, and it's even a really nice run off. But David Rafferty's doing a great job of rolling that center, keeping a lot of momentum, and really hanging on to the momentum as he exits. But there's some hard battling back here with the 7 of Christopher Hill on the pass on Alan DeFreeze there to move up into the top 5. So that's 3 performance or precision performance motorsports trucks right here in the top 5, guys. Is Christopher Hill's slowly catching up to the back bumpers. Oh, we got another caution.
Oh no, we are under yellow, and who would that be?
I think Nick Hurd in the 17, Robert.
Oh yeah, there he is. We can see him. So we'll go back to the Freaky Fast instant replay here. It's going across the start-finish line to take her down into turn 1. Oh, and that thing just spun out on him. Well, he saved it, and then he did a whole complete... Oh, hey, Nick, we're not dirt tracking. He saved it, but then it just kept going.
Yeah, he had it saved, and I think he caught that apron, and it finished him off. Another short run right there, guys, but everybody's going to come down pit road and get them 4 fresh ones and try to have the best tires they can to finish this stage at 120.
They should be good on fuel now, right?
That would be true, Brian. Yep. If they pitted last stop, they would have been good on fuel too. But this time, they're for sure plenty good. So, if we get a green here, and I think Will Jones, like you said, Brian, they paid off.
Oh man, got the lead back.
And if that's the easiest place to pass, in my opinion, and I think Shannon Balloon, the 88, is gonna have a speeding penalty. See him dropping back. I think Bobby Hamilton too. Sorry.
Richmond doesn't have a forgiving pit road. Some of these tracks that we come to pit road, you can get away with a little bit of speeding if you do it in the right places, but Richmond isn't one of those places.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I think Bobby Hamilton Jr. might have had even an issue too on here on pit road. He's back to 7th from his 4th position, and so he must have slipped through his box maybe a little bit. And like I said, it's the easiest place to pass someone or lose positions because it's there's not a lot of control between the driver there, and there's control of not making a mistake, but Bobby Hamilton Jr. come back down pit road actually at 25, so maybe he had some more type of issue there. So he's gonna come back down and fix whatever he's got wrong with his truck.
Yeah, I'm not too sure on that one. It's not something you see usually.
Well, we got Christopher Hill up to 3rd. We know he's got a fast truck. His I was just about to say, he had the Precision Performance Precision Performance Motorsports guys there. 3 of them in the top 5, and those guys are really wanting to get at these BCR guys. And unfortunately, caution comes out for one of their teammates, and they had some troubles on pit road. But Christopher Hill will pick up the mistakes from his teammates and pick up that 3rd position, as he's got Alan DeFries also there in 4th, and last week's winner, Justin Napier.
Yes, they're going to line them up 2 by 2 yet again.
That they are.
42, slowly creeping his way up.
Yeah, that's actually...
Just happened to notice him there.
Yeah, I was just about to point that out. He's our fastest man in practice. He didn't qualify and had some trouble so far, but he's slowly creeping into the picture now at 42.
Got a little bit of damage there in the back of the center of his truck there, but I don't think that's going to hinder him too much as we're getting ready to go back. Here we go. Green's out, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, Will Jones shot out of the cannon. I think he's been talking to Kyle Busch because that was a Kyle Busch restart right there, guys. Christopher Hill, though, he's going to try to do his best to take the 2nd position from David Bradford. And this is, Will Jones is loving this in his mirror.
Yeah, or are we having a repeat of last week there, Zach? Brian? Well, Brian wasn't there, unfortunately. He just wasn't feeling good. He was eating too much hot dogs, but...
Yeah, you never know. Christopher Hill, he showed a lot of short run speed last week, and it'll be interesting if he can make that 7 a little bit bigger in the mirror of Will Jones. But I know Will Jones. He's a savvy race car driver, and he's not going to go out here and try to run away and burn his stuff up. So I would not be surprised to see this gap close in, just due to Will being very smart with his equipment. As David Bradford has a huge wiggle under braking. He's going to give up that 3rd position to Justin Napier, last week's winner. Well, he's going to fight back on the outside there.
Well, it looks like you were saying there, that 7 truck he's running the same speed as Will Jones, and he's basically in clean air now. He only has the 24 truck in front of him, so that shouldn't do too much for him. But he's looking really, really good there, Zach. Right.
That he is, and David Bradford had a little issue there. He's fell back to 4th, but got to also point out that 51 of JD there fighting back after his spin from 3rd. He's look on the inside of Brandon Puffenbarger, but it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. If we can get a long run here and see. No record back there.
Oh, I see the 84 was involved.
Yeah, it was the 84 and the 83, I believe. Oh, it looks like the 84 from Derek Runs just might have lost it going off into 1.
All right, well, we can see, look, Jason's back out there in the 83. Got his truck all fixed up. He's multiple laps down, but he has not given up yet. And we can see Derek, just got loose, and 83 is right there and says, oh, man, guys, I just fixed my truck, now I gotta fix it again.
Yeah, that's what happens sometimes when you're in the back of a pack. You're at a short track. Been saying that for about seems like about a month now. So we're in the short track stretch.
Yeah, unfortunately, things can happen quick at tracks like this, and it's like we're gonna have everybody come down the road to get them 4 fresh Mr. Feel Goods and re-rack them.
Oh, following the 46 here, the back end of his truck is outside of his box, but iRacing's gonna let him pit.
Yeah, it's the thing about these boxes. I'm not a fan of those boxes, but wow, I think Alan DeFreeze took our lead here. Robert, do you have information on if that was a 2-tire stop, maybe?
For Alan
the 57.
DeFreeze, it just shows that he went down pit. Wow. Okay, he went down pit lane at 36.4, entering and exiting, and had a 10.16 pit stop.
He had it taken too. There's if they changed 4 tires in 10.16.
Well,
I want to know what he did.
Figure out how he's not going to get a black flag going down pit road from entering and exiting at 36.4 seconds compared to everybody's 39 to 40 seconds. How was he that much faster down pit road?
Well, that number takes into account the pit stop, right?
No. This is from entering pit road to exiting pit road. Then his pit stop was a 10.6, so he did take 2 tires. But how did he go down pit road with a 36.4? That's...
Yeah, the only thing I can imagine is I'm looking at him going down there. He didn't do anything out of the ordinary.
That's 4 seconds quicker than everybody else,
and that's what it would be on the stop. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
good job,
yeah.
Alan.
Alan DeFreeze, but it looks like Tommy D'Angelo has stayed out here in this 3 truck, so he's gonna get him a lap lead. We'll see if he comes down pit road here or decides to keep this lead. I think Tommy D'Angelo will stay out and keep the lead.
There you go. He's led 2 laps here so far. His fastest lap's been a 20.534. But all right, well, 1 to go. The 100 laps in the books. We're basically halfway here under the lights. See what the weather looks like here, guys, now. Well, air temperature did drop.
Oh, a degree, yeah.
Yep, 63 degrees with track temperature 64.
64.
Wow. There's a lot of grip out there here tonight, these guys.
That's for sure, Robert.
It's going to be 18 laps to go to the end of the second stage here, so things will be starting to heat up.
That they will.
All right, and off we go. Bam! There goes that 3, man. He's like, I'm gone. I got to get away from that 24 as fast as I can.
Yeah, the 24 is going to make, I think, quick work out on the freeze there, off on the 1. Now it's going to be up to the 3. How hard does he race Will Jones? Because I think Will's going to be there on the entry to 1. And as I say that, at 24 is going to be looking inside. I think this is a done deal. You can just go so much deeper on the new tires. Will Jones back to the lead. Oh no, and Tommy D'Angelo's going to lose multiple positions off of 2.
Well, from what I'm seeing here, it looks like when you have a chance to take tires, take tires.
That's for sure, Robert. Tires are seeming to be at a premium tonight.
Well, not only that, Will Jones just put down the fastest lap of the race with a 20.112. So these trucks are speeding up. They are getting faster.
That they are. And Tommy D'Angelo just continues to drop back now all the way back into the 8th position here. And I believe Bobby Hamilton Jr. on new tires will be getting by him soon. Alan DeFreeze, though, in that 57, doing a great job on the 2 tires. And the 7 to Christopher Hill. Good save by Christopher.
That Predator is out to eat something.
Ooh, the 3 got loose.
Yellow flag is out.
Of the 2.
Oh, we can see it, and doesn't look like he hit anything.
Yeah, and the 8 and the 5, looks like the 8 lost it slowing down, and the 5 just had nowhere to go. Mark Truxell, so Quentin Murdoch. Mark Truxell kind of involved in that too. Well, getting closer to that stage.
If I was definitely Tommy, I would go down and get some tires now.
Yeah, and look at this. BCR guys are going to stay out. The rest of the field's going to pit. Now, this is going to see how strong trucks these top 3 here now have and leave. Well, stayed out with them.
All right, well, got 110 laps here in the book. Got something to ask you guys. We'll do another trivia question here tonight at Freaky Fast. This is something that I'm very impressed. As we all know, who has the most wins here at Richmond?
Ooh, it's kind of a tough.
Oh, you don't know who has the most wins at Richmond?
I'm pretty sure I know who that is, but
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
I'll give it a little bit here, and let's see what the fans say. And then also on top of that, you can ponder this one. There is... See, I wrote it down. Let me find it. There are 4 drivers that are tied with 6 wins in second place. 4 drivers tied with 6 wins at Richmond.
Wow.
Who are those 4 drivers?
Okay.
So, all right, well, start pondering, ladies and gentlemen. Think about that one as we ante it up a little bit. And look at that. Well, Dennis, you're right. We'll let the guys see if they can fit. Well, I guess Zach's watching YouTube. So, there's the answer.
That was my guess.
There's the answer. Congratulations to him for getting that one. But now, here comes that trivia question that I was asking you. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 drivers. That's second place with 6 wins. Who are those 4 drivers that have 6 wins at Richmond?
I'm pretty sure I know it. But, well, wait. I don't know if I can get all 6, but I can get at least 4 of them, I think.
I have no idea.
I believe one of them still races today, right?
Yeah, there's 4 drivers with 6 wins. They're tied with 6 wins. There's 4 drivers. So, I'm getting very interested in this trivia stuff that we've been doing here at Freaky Fast because there's some stuff I didn't even know. It's like,
yeah, it's always interesting.
I didn't know that was a stat. Wow, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, and that's a tough one to get all 6. Oh, 6 drivers at one. Oh, there's just 6 drivers that won 6 times. There's
no, 4 drivers. That's got 6
I think I can
wins.
get them all then.
4 drivers with 6 wins. But all right, pace car lights are out. We're gonna get ready to get Freaky Fast here at the Earl with 112 laps in the book, ladies and gentlemen. As Will Jones is gone, he says, "Bing bang boom, poof poof poof."
Well, he caught the 46, and everybody else slipped. He's gone.
That he did. And wow,
I also noticed here with Bad Company Racing, any track that we go to, they seem to have the restarts figured out.
That they do.
Yes, they did. There's and we have the 53 and the 3 into the, that's gonna hurt. And there might not be no yellow, and there should be a yellow. There it is. As Tommy is smoking and the 53 is smoking, and here comes the leader. And they did the famous thing that you said that's going to be happening here, Zach, is it's very tough coming out of the turns.
Yeah, it's always a weak point of this track for people, and I believe this is going to end our stage here. Not sure. Glad to see how that plays out, but yeah, I gotta say, Dennis, you read my mind out there in the chat.
Yes, well, you got three of the 4 right.
Okay, so I was wrong then. I guess that's what exactly Dennis was exactly. I said Bobby Allison, David Pearson, Darrell Waltrip, and Rusty Wallace. But is it Earnhardt?
No.
Oh wow, I don't know who the 4th is then. Which one is the wrong one then? Is it Waltrip that had 5 maybe?
Darrell Waltrip has 6. David Pearson.
So Rusty Wallace has 5 then.
No, Rusty Wallace has 6.
Oh.
The 4th person that has 6 wins at Richmond is Kyle Busch.
Oh, that's it. I said he drives still today. Man,
yep.
I had that in my brain. Hold on. Yep. So Bobby Allison has 6 though, right?
Doesn't say Bobby. No.
Oh, he must have 5 then.
No, he has 5. It's Davey, Darrell, Rusty, and Kyle.
I knew. You know what's funny? I knew Kyle. Wow, I just like literally said that I think one of them still drives a day.
Yeah, you did, and I thought, well, he's got that right. All right.
Well, I knew David Pearson did, but wow, nice.
This is a stat that blew me mind, and we'll get back to the Earl here. This will be the last stat, so we don't sit here and do this all night because we got to talk about the race. But this is one stat, and I'll let everybody think about this. Who completed the most laps completed at Richmond? What driver completed the most laps at Richmond in their career? This is an astounding number that I never, ever would have thought of, so that should be a clue.
I think I know this.
Yeah, so, all right. We'll let the fans see here, as we got Angie out here on Facebook. She's answering some questions, answering some trivias. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the trivia questions that we do here tonight.
Dennis put in the chat, Kyle has 4. No, Kyle does have 6 wins at Richmond.
Yes, Kyle has 6 wins. Yes. Because they were actually just talking about it on the weekend.
Yeah, he won both races last year. He won in like 10, 11, 09.
Too many times.
2012, yeah. Too many.
Too many times. That's why I was just happy not to see him win last night. As look who we have did he stay out?
Yeah, I believe he's doing that to get the stage, Robert.
Stayed out as yes.
So did Justin Napier.
Wow. Well, they got a complete lap 20 here, ladies and gentlemen. And the pace car lights did not go out. So congratulations to Christopher. He got a stage win last week, I believe, didn't he there, Zach?
I believe he did, Robert.
Yeah.
It looks like the lights were cut off this time, so as he crosses, if he can get a good restart and cross that start-finish line, then that should be the end of the stage, unless they extend this caution. Of course, we've seen them do it here before, the number of the stage, but it'll be interesting. I mean, this is a tough strategy call, in my opinion, because they're on old tires now compared to the whole field.
Yeah, he's 11 laps on his tires and fuel compared to everybody else's, of course. So, that's going to be very, very interesting.
Very much so, Robert.
All right, well, let's see what Christopher can do as he's going to win this stage here as we're getting ready to go back green. And bam, he is gone. And let's see if Will Jones can do anything there with his new tires and We also got, who is that? Justin Napier up here too, battling.
Yeah, Justin Napier, last week's winner. Looking strong again, using that momentum from last week, carrying into here. Christopher Hill doing a good job on those older tires.
Making his way around the 57. He's in sixth place right there.
Looks like everybody's getting single file there, Brian, which could be a good thing. These drivers are going to try to settle in now. There is no more stages for the rest of the race here at the Earl. So they got to run this thing all the way out for 75 laps. So I would see if they can just settle in and get some laps on them tires and see what these setups can really do here tonight.
Yeah, and Justin Napier falling back a little bit. Looks like Brandon Puffmarger now on the inside of the 56. Justin Napier trying to work his way into the top 5 with Shannon Blue trying to follow in suit. Brandon Puffmarger starting to put his name into the hat of possible winners here now.
Yeah, he must have did some adjustments on his truck. He's got a little bit of rear end damage there, but it didn't really do much to the spoiler, so I don't see the spoiler being, bent down a little bit, so that shouldn't hinder him too much here. This is, Richmond's a 3/4 mile track and it's short track racing, so I don't see it really doing nothing bad for that truck. It actually might help him be a little bit more stable with that kind of damage.
Very possible.
We really
it's
don't
Will Jones. Yeah, we really don't, yeah.
Man, car sliding out of 2.
Oh, was it 88?
Oh.
Yeah, it was Chamberlain. You did a good job of saving it. Ooh, we had a lead change while I was saying that, and wow. Will Jones, too, leading the 24.
That 24 just looks extremely strong here tonight.
Yeah, I think Will likes this place. I think Richmond must be one of his preferred racetracks because he's got a handle on it, that's for sure.
Well, we got Bobby Hamilton back here. He's still floating around here in the top 10, working his way around some traffic there and getting set sail, as he's gonna try to hunt down that 56 of Justin and see if he can do anything with him.
Yeah, he just worked his way around Alan DeFreeze in that 57. And he's up to 7th now, and seen Bobby Hamilton Jr. up and down the scoreboard, but don't put it past him to put himself on top of it by the end of this thing.
All right, well, I'll let you guys know we had time for the fans out there that tuning in here tonight at Freaky Fast and the Earl. That trivia question that I asked, Angie, she's got it right. But who do you think, with these, who had completed the most laps, what driver? And then I'll tell you the number, but who do you think it is?
I'll let Brian go first. I have a guess.
I think it's Terry McCollum.
Yeah, that's who I guessed.
No, it's actually Richard Petty.
Okay, makes sense.
Richard Petty led, completed the most laps at Richmond, 21,135 laps.
What?
Yeah, that's what I said when I seen the stat. I went, what? Is that even right? I had to research it a couple times. I was like, that is just...
How many laps is that again?
21,135.
Wow.
I'll put it you this way. Now, these stats, and these are all old stats, but there ain't no driver really close to Richard Petty, as we all know, except for Kyle Busch. But most wins, Richard Petty had 13. Most top 5s,
wow.
35 from Richard Petty. Most top 10s, 41 from Richard Petty. Most starts, 63 from Richard Petty. Most poles, Richard Petty and Bobby Allison. And he had the most laps completed, that I said. Most laps led, 5,136. And that's it on Richard Petty. Richard Petty owns Richmond.
I was about to say, they should call it the Richard Petty Raceway.
Right. I mean, That's unstounding stats that this guy had at this track. I mean, that's just amazing stats for. But you know, he's the king of racing. You know, I know
That's
we got.
for sure.
I know we got a debate, and we won't go into that with Kyle and blah 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 blah. But because Kyle is one whale of a driver, can never ever take that from that guy. But we'll keep it at that. So let's get back
There's
to
only
the
one
race.
king.
Yeah. But you know, we'll get back here to the race here, and that's tonight's trivia questions. Sponsored by and powered by Dirty Era Podcast. So make sure you check them out again, like I said, on Tuesday nights at 11 o'clock. So, all right, well, guys, we got 137 laps in the books of 200. It looks like we're getting some green flag racing. It looks like these trucks are starting to come into their own now. And guys are actually seeing what kind of changes they could do for the next pit stop, because they're going to have to make at least one more pit stop.
Yeah, Robert, I got to give a shout out to Christopher Hill here in the 7. He's hanging tough with the older tires. Hadn't got past by David Bradford yet, but I think Will Jones is channeling his inner Richard Petty right now, because this man is he's on fire tonight.
Well, he has led right now tonight so far, Zach. 101 laps he has led so far in this race. Of 139 completed, or 140 now.
Yeah, and looking at the lap times, he's about a half a tenth faster than anybody on this racetrack. So looking pretty good there. Pretty good.
Well, it's shocking that Christopher there, he's on older tires and he's holding off these guys, but the longer we get a green flag run, I don't think Christopher is going to be able to hold off these guys that have new tires. As you can see, David there in the 46 and the 51, they're just going to go right around him, as his tires are probably starting to give up on him there a little bit.
Yeah, that's the slow fall back here for the 7 of Christopher Hill. That's Jay, and the 51 passes for third, and David Bradford has himself up into that second position now in that 46 truck. Now they got to go hunt down their teammate, who's out there flying, I must say. So it's going to be a tough night to catch that 24 as fast as he is.
Well, I wonder if Christopher, not to go back to him, do you think it would be maybe good to run this out if it stays green? He gets to do a short pit and get fresher tires, and then when these leaders do pit, he can get a leapfrog ahead of them and try to hold them off to the end of the race. Might be a strategy to do.
Yeah, that's definitely possible. You know, it matters how far he can make it. I don't think he'll be able to make it to the point where he could only do one more stop. He may have 2 more stops for Christopher Hill, which most of these guys might actually. Okay. I believe we went green around. Yeah, we went green around 120. So these guys have been going now for 25 laps. So they're getting to the halfway. They're past the halfway point of this run. They're going to need to make it to 160, maybe 155. To make it. I mean, these guys should be able to make it. I'm looking back when Christopher Hill last pitted. I believe he last pitted
38 laps ago.
Yeah, so he's going to be maybe in trouble here to making it on one stop.
Well, it looks like he's slowing that truck down, or either that or he's having a problem. I know we can, let's ride along with Christopher as he's going around here, and we'll get the fans to get a view of what Christopher's seeing a lap around here at Richmond Raceway. So we'll quick run into the cockpit view with him, and we'll watch him as he's coming out of turn 3 and 4 here, ladies and gentlemen, and get ready to cross the start-finish line, and let's watch Christopher M. Hill around Richmond. right, that's a lap around Richmond Raceway there with Christopher M. Hill. And from what I'm seeing here, Zach, his truck seems very, very stable. He's off the gas is very, easy, and he's not getting on the gas very hard. He's just easy, mellow, like, he's letting the truck do all the work.
Yeah, that's for sure, Robert. And we're getting to the window where guys can make stops. Let's see if Christopher Hill, he may be fine. He may just have enough to get to that point. It'll be interesting from here to see if he can.
Well, there's 49 laps to go here, so they got to make at least 5 more laps, maybe 6 more laps, and a lot of these drivers should be able to make it all the way through. Now, do he short pit? That's the question now. He put himself in a box, now we have to see what he can do.
We do have takers down pit road.
And I thought we would have takers.
So, 51.
51 and Jay does hit pit road. That's interesting. It tells me he can go farther than I believed, which makes sense because 45 would be 90. It's half a 90, and I said about 93 in the Cup car, so that makes it right around the window right here. And so 51's going to try to get them fresh tires and get as much of a advantage as he possibly can.
And it actually looked like we just had Christopher into the wall as we're watching Brandon now come around here. Well, I don't think anyway, right now, Will Jones is still putting down 21.1 second lap times, and David put down a 21.3. Brandon's 21.1, so Brandon is running faster or equal to the leader. But he also is 4 seconds behind.
Yeah, he's pretty quick. I think he either needs to find something after this green flag pit stop here, or he's got to hope for a caution, because he is just as quick as the leader. But he missed pit road.
He missed pit road, Brian.
No. That's costly.
Yeah, that's going to be a big issue. Yeah. I think we're seeing Will Jones stay out here mostly due to he has a big enough lead, and if you pit now and the caution comes out, guess what? You're a lap down. So from his position, I think he's saying, I don't want to, put myself in trouble where the caution does come out and lose this race because of that. And as I say that, look, he's slowing her down. I think he's coming this time, guys. Oh, and he missed pit road.
He missed pit road too. Oh no.
David Bradford had to back up in his stall. I think the 51 of Jay is going to be the winner in this situation here.
Wow.
It is a tricky pit road.
I was going to say, is it a tricky pit road, guys?
Yeah,
it is. It's
out of 3 and you're going in a 4, and the turn's so sharp it's kind of blind. So kind of is all of a sudden, boom, you're there. So
right, and the win a race sometimes comes down to pit stops. Getting in and getting out can either win the race or lose the race for you.
That's for sure. And Will Jones continues to go on. I think he's going to try to get the freshest tires now he possibly can, or advantage over these guys, because he's kind of had that mistake there
and he got caution. The whole field.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's Shane Wood.
Look out! Oh!
Ooh.
And we have 2 trucks that just simultaneously just went pow. And you know what that did to the field, guys? That put
everyone a lap down.
Yeah. Wow.
They are going to be able to get wave rounds, but Will Jones now will have the freshest tires.
Yeah, wow. Did that ever fall in place? And, Brian was just talking about, yellow flags, and, well, there it was. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that for Shane Wood there, looks like he might have got a little bit of help there from the 42 of Brandon Puffenbarger. So, interesting turn of events here for the Earl here is Will Jones is going to take his truck down pit road, and most of these guys are gonna get a wave round, but they're gonna have to stay out. So looking at it right now, yeah, everybody is staying out. Oh, yeah, and Jay will get the pick because he did get the lucky dog. So the 51 will have fresh ones.
Oh, yeah, because he gets a waiver round. Yeah, we forgot about that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to have 2 with 2 fresh tires, and everybody else is going to get a waiver round and be on the 10-lap tires. Well, no, he's coming in the pit between 4 to 10-lap tires, so with 38 laps to go, and we know and seen how tires react here. You know, the longer they get on these runs with these tires, the more the truck seems to not like it so much here tonight at Richmond. But we will be right back. As I like to say, we need to all go wet our whistles, so we'll be right back after this quick word from Beat a Match.
One of the main reasons I did decide to join the registry is because the lack of African American representation on the registry. It's our responsibility to register. This is something that we can control. You can do this. Think about if it was your child. Think about if it was your sister. Don't let fear be the only reason that you don't save a life.
My name's Quentin O'Donnell. I'm 19 years old, and I was born and raised in Boulder, Colorado. When I was 16 years old, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, and since then, I have been doing 3 years of treatment. For the future, I hope to be able to beat my disease and just be a normal person. I want to go to college, I want to continue to race, maybe be a professional driver one day, and just keep on living. That's my goal.
All right, we're back after that quick word from Beat a Match. Make sure you please go check out their site on Facebook or YouTube or their website and check out what you can do for bone marrow or anything like that people get cancer. You know, you never know, you can save a life. It's worth a shot sometimes. But well, we're back here at the Earl at Racing Freaks. Yeah, I don't know where my brain went. I was gonna say Richmond Raceway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a accident there.
Yeah, you know, I gotta mess up every once in a while. You know, I mess up at least twice a race. I mean, at least I didn't say pedal to the metal yet, or metal to the pedal, or pedal to the metal. I mean, see, I'm getting everybody all confused.
Oh, wow,
the field's barely gonna catch up by the time the green flag drops.
Green flag,
green.
Yeah, that spread the whole field out there, Brian. Like you said, they didn't have a chance to catch up at all. And Will Jones says, I love this. This is great, man. He just pulling right away from the 51 there.
Yeah, he already has a gigantic lead over second place, and then he's got an even bigger first lead.
Yeah, and really the only 2 trucks that have the same tires right now are Jay in the 51 and the 24 Will Jones. So I know the rest of this field is most likely hoping for a caution, and or it may just be a 2-horse race here, guys. As Dave Bradford and Christopher Hill here kind of mired back here in 3rd and 4th due to the way that this restart worked out with the wave rounds.
Yeah, we only have the top 6 on the main lap.
Yeah,
Bobby
Justin
Anderson
Napier.
Jr. is the first start lap down. He's in 7th place.
And you know he hoping for a caution there himself. You get that lucky dog position. I tell you one thing, Will Jones wants to see. The only thing he wants to see is that checkered flag, because that 24 has had its sights set on.
Well, it's looking like JD. Watch these lap times come around here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bring up a lap data here tracker, and we'll be able to actually see 51's even you know, staying with the 24 there, or if he's falling behind. On lap 70 he was faster, and it looks like, okay, lap 71, 72, and 73 he is slower than Will Jones up there. So he's not gaining, he's losing. Unfortunately, he's losing time to the leader.
Yeah, Will Jones is putting on a...
got a car going around at 57. Oh,
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
To the...
Oh,
That's
and
going caution.
yeah, and that throws everything out the window, ladies and gentlemen.
That it does, and Bobby Hamilton Jr., lucky dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Bobby Hamilton Jr. gets the lucky dog.
I think that might have been a little help from the 88 of Shannon Ballou there.
See if we can go back a little bit and see what happened here. Because we got the 17 on the high side there. I think I might have went back just a little bit too far in the replay, but that's okay. We'll ride with it as he's going across the start-finish line here, ladies and gentlemen. Going down into turn 1. So, whoa, and the 17 just drove that thing in deep and saved it back there. Thought he was going to run in the back of it, and love tap and spun the 57 around. He said, hello, I'm here, I'm coming through.
It's an interesting situation here now. Christopher Hill, David Bradford, all these guys go new tires. Shannon Ballou, Justin Napier, and Bobby Hamilton Jr. will get the wave around. He's gonna get him some fresh for Mr. Feel Goods.
I gotta fuel that thing up and get like some Mr. Goodyears on there, like you said there, Zach, and they're gonna get ready to get freaky fast and nuts with 24 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. So this race is gonna start heating up here at the Earl. It's gonna be fun. I'm telling you, this is where you get the popcorn, buckle down the seatbelt, and you say, let's get ready, because it's gonna get nuts. What's Brian say? You know, you got boiling water. Well, now it's a steaming boiling water. The lid has gonna blown. Pop, pop.
Yeah, it hasn't yet, but the temperature definitely is increasing. And we're getting within 20 laps to go here. We're gonna see some moves be made that weren't made earlier.
Yeah.
But
Most
I
definitely.
don't know if anybody's going to be able to pass that 24 truck. That thing is super solid. It's a dominant truck.
It's a Kyle Busch truck.
Yeah, he's had that Under Armour 24 out there setting sail, and I think this might have a little more to do than the truck. Cause I think Will Jones has got a great handle on this racetrack. Just from what I've seen so far tonight, he's masterfully run this race and caught that timely caution there to where he missed pit road. I wouldn't have doubted him to come back from that, even if we would have kept green. But yeah, just very interesting chain of circumstances here, and we'll see how this plays out. And like we said, in sports you never know. So everybody, like Robert said, get your popcorn and your drinks, because it's about to set off here.
Yeah, we'll go back here to William. The 13, he's gonna get waved around. And then we got Nick getting waved around. They're gonna be 23 laps on their tires, so they're gonna be they're hoping for a yellow, basically, which will put them back on the lead lap, and they can go get some good years and try to help battle to get, into the top 10, even though the 13's showing patience. He's out there, he's running, so he's very clean. Pace car lights are off, ladies and gentlemen, as that pace car ducks in, and we're gonna get ready to get freaky green, or we're gonna, what I always say is freaking green.
Green flag.
We're freaking green now, guys. Oh, go ahead.
20 to go. And Will Jones with a great restart. Look at this 7 of Christian Hill. He dives in there. He's going to try to get to that second position, that 7 truck. What is this precision performance? I always get tongue twister. PPM, we'll say that. Can he get this 7 PPM truck up into this second position? Maybe keep it in third for this podium finish. He's under the 51 of Jay here. Just hard to make that pass on the bottom with the 51, getting a great run off the top. He's going to slide into that third position, though.
Oh, he's got that 46 back there, David, stalking. He's got a fast truck, and Will Jones now just put down the fastest lap of a 20.106. So it's like Brian said, it's time to get these trucks rocking and rolling, getting the pots ready to boil, it's ready to blow over, and these guys are putting down some fast times here tonight now.
That they are, Robert. I think Bobby Hamilton Jr. might have had an issue on pit road. He had to come back down, so a penalty, I believe.
Oh no, he just got back on the lead lap too.
That he did. Will Jones is howling off these corners. Teammate behind him a little bit quicker last time with Jay in the 51. Christopher Hill a little bit quicker on a leader too. David Bradford even with our leader. Shannon Blue had an EOL and he's back up to 5th on track position wise. Wow.
And he's showing speed. Everybody's running a 20.3s. Sorry about that, Brian. Go ahead. I was just looking at lap times.
No, you're fine. I was going to say that's a really good performance by him. Sometimes what makes the difference between a good driver and a great driver is how fast you Good job by him.
Yeah, David Bradford in the 7 of Christopher Hill going to battle. 51 of Jay. He enjoying this in his mirror. He's only got to focus out his windshield now to try and catch that teammate of his, Will Jones.
There's 2 trucks, the 7 and 46, pretty similar on speed. I think the 46 is just a tad bit quicker.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Ooh.
Shane Blue almost wrecked it off of 2 there. He's going to lose the position to Justin Napier and fall back to that 6th position. As David Bradford does make the pass in that 46 for 3rd. Pretty much matching lap times between our top 2 here, Will Jones, Jay, and the 51.
And the 8's all over. He hit the wall there, guys, and now his truck's looking very loose as we got the 88 and the 8 are into each other. And, oh, the 88's inside the wall, and he keeps it rolling, and there will be no yellow. Wow.
You know, 10 to go now. Will Jones coming to 9 to go this time by. Does not want to see any other flag than that checker flag. He wants to make it a few more laps before he wants to see any type of yellow on this racetrack.
You know what you need? 4 more laps now to go, and if the yellow comes out, the race is basically over. So that's where your goal is. You don't... You know, it all depends on what kind of race you're having. Sometimes you got to race to the very last lap if you got somebody all over you. But if you don't have anybody all over you, you know, you can run till, you know, 5 laps to go. You know, is that your set sail goal? You know, to try to get to that point of the race.
Very true, Robin. David Bradford, he's trying his best to maybe close on his teammate Jay here in the 51. Maybe a little too late, as he was quicker, a 10th quicker last time by. Don't know if he'll have time to get to him and get the pass done, but he's
Yellow
slowly
flag is
creeping
out.
in. There's a yellow. That's not going to end the race.
Oh, boy. Is that going to end? It's 7 to go.
No, it's not going to end it. Nope.
Yeah, we might have 1 or 2 more laps.
I believe we'll have a 2-lap shootout here.
And who was that involved into? I'm not exactly sure. I'm not finding where that yellow came from.
I'm looking.
I don't see any trucks that even went around.
Yeah, that's...
You're not seeing it either?
Oh, let's see. Yellow comes out.
Brian's out there throwing soda cans.
No, I don't see anything either.
At the time of yellow, I could not find anything.
And it
Oh,
looks-
Channing Ballou.
Oh,
Oh. Okay.
Looks like his engine just let go.
Oh.
just- Locked the brakes up and turned left or right.
Stopped and brought out a yellow?
That's what I'm seeing, but
Okay. Oh, we're too far ahead of the race here for me to go back through the instant review. We'll wind up getting lost to the shuffle, but... Oh.
had no takers on pit road.
No, not with 4 to go, I wouldn't.
Oh, how did David Bradford?
saw the 46, yeah.
Oh, the 46 did come down. Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, huh.
Wow.
So David Bradford's going to be on the fresh tires here.
Do you really think that 3 laps or 2 laps on tires? I mean, these guys, the top 3 are 20 laps on their tires right now. Him getting new tires, is it going to make that much of a difference? I don't think it will.
He may really get a position or two, but getting the win is going to be tough. With I think Will's going to get a great restart here, get a good jump. Now, the 7 and the 51 might have some friends behind them that have some fresh tires, and it's going to be interesting either way to look at it. But it's going to take something monumental to take down Will here, and looks like Is that going to end the race? I don't believe so.
Echoing.
I think we're just going to have 1 lap. I think we'll have 1 lap shootout. That's it.
1 lap shootout. So we have the 46 with brand new tires, the 56 with brand new tires, the 42 with brand new. Everybody behind them from the top 3 got fresh tires.
Yeah, Nick Hearn, the 17, even gets back on the lead lap.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I said to get the popcorn. I really meant get the popcorn. Because this is going to get freaky nuts. Ain't nothing like getting freaky nuts every once in a while. All right, well, Will Jones is going to take that inside line. Got the 51 on the high side. Then we got the 7 of Christopher right behind him, and the 46 is going to start off in 4th place on the high line. So, well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
This is going to be interesting right here, guys.
Well, before we go back green, I'd like to say to everybody, I appreciate you sticking around, following us here tonight at Freaky Fast and the Earl. Hopefully you enjoyed the show, and stick around for post-race interviews as we're getting ready to go back green, and bam!
Green flag, green
Wow.
flag.
Will Jones, great restart. Let's see what these tires can do going down to 1. Can they make a move on these guys on older tires? I think Will Jones is clear. Oh, they're wrecking behind.
They were-
There's gonna be no
It's
flag.
white flag, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
and
look at
Brandon
this.
Puffenbarger goes through, and he gets
Oh,
wrecked.
and the whole field is just going. Oh, and so the 51's up into. Oh my goodness, he's still rolling, and he's still
The
rolling.
win for Will Jones. Second place for Christopher Hill. Third for Justin Napier. Wow.
Wow, is right.
Yeah,
Well,
what a finish.
we have to ride with JD in the 51. He, thank God for the catch fence. He hit the wall coming out through. The 40 came around, the 42 into the wall, spun it around, up in the air again, into the wall,
Whoa.
over the 13, flipped it around, and we're still rolling. And oh my gosh, he needs an ambulance. Wow is right. Wow. Holy mackerel, that was crazy. That was an insane finish, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Will Jones for holding off the field, but whoo, that 51 just went. We should get an interview with him, guys. He's holy mackerel. That's got to be a ride.
Yeah, he's probably not the most happy after that ride. After they're sitting there in second. That's
No, I wouldn't
unfortunate.
be either, but wow, that was just a crazy, crazy ride. So, all right, well, we're going to get everybody the top three here. We'll grab Will Jones, Christopher M. Hill, and Justin Napier for the post-race interview here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Huh?
Christopher Hill, if you're out there, hop in the Discord, bud. Don't see you in here, so.
Your number has been called.
Want to get talking with myself? Well,
That's
I'm
right.
waiting. But
That's right. So, all right. Well, we're gonna quick run a commercial as we get ready to get ready for post race, and we'll be right back here at Freaky Fast.
One of the main reasons I did decide to join the registry is because the lack of African American representation on the registry. It's our responsibility to register. This is something that we can control. You can do this. Think about if it was your child. Think about if it was your sister. Don't let fear be the only reason that you don't save a life.
My name's Quentin O'Donnell. I'm 19 years old, and I was born and raised in Boulder, Colorado. When I was 16 years old, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, and since then, I have been doing 3 years of treatment. For the future, I hope to be able to beat my disease and just be a normal person. I want to go to college, I want to continue to race, maybe be a professional driver one day, and just keep on living. That's my goal.
All right, we're back here at the Earl. Thank you for everybody tuning in here as we're getting ready for our post-race interviews here tonight. Here, Zach, ready for to have a good old talk with Justin Napier and Will Jones until we wait for. Christopher is now.
Chris is in here.
Yep. All right, we see he's joined Discord, so we will have our interviews here.
10-4. You ready for third place man Justin Napier, Brian?
Yeah, bring him on in here.
All right, 10-4.
Hey, Justin, it's Brian in the booth. You got a copy?
How's it going, guys?
Hey, pretty good. That was a crazy finish there at the end. You came out of there third. You were right around the top 5 the whole race. How did the truck feel for you?
It got a lot tighter at the end. At the very beginning of the race, that thing was awesome. I'm just sitting there, probably one of the quickest trucks on the field besides the BCR guys. But I mean, you know, those are the fastest guys on the field. But you know, I felt really good going in the race. You know, in that first run, I felt real confident, and I tried to make adjustments throughout the run and see if I could help it. But it seemed like nothing I could do really was. It either get me way too loose or just way too tight. So I just ended up going back to what I started with. And I would have had a really good shot for the win right there at the end if I didn't pick up that fender damage from one of the wrecks. But overall, I'm really satisfied to bring home third. That, the win last week and then come here and take home third really shows that HLC is progressing, and I'm really proud of my guys. We've been working our butts off on this setup, and we're really starting to develop into something to be winners here. We're hoping to bring home a couple more wins this season and hopefully bring home the championship.
Yeah, we've noticed every week, BCR's been the guys to beat, but every week everybody else is slowly catching up and getting there, and you'll end up in victory lane one of these days soon. I have no doubt. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my mom again because she's watching. Anybody else who's watching me, definitely HLC. All the work that we put into that team, and I got to thank Bobby and Nick for the league. Somebody forgot to thank last week at Bristol was Cameron Hagman, my graphics artist. He paints all my trucks. He's actually working on something special for Dega. Thank you guys for broadcasting. The race was great. Really loved it.
Alrighty, yeah, I definitely loved it too. Well, we'll let you go, and we'll see you here next week.
Yeah, congratulations, Will Jones, by the way.
Alrighty, yeah, we'll tell him for you. Let's catch you later, man.
All right, guys, that was a third place finisher, Justin Napier, at the last week's win, bringing momentum in with his third place finish. So carrying it on to the next week and maybe on the next week at Talladega. But I'm going to get talking here with our second place man, Christopher Hill. Hey, Christopher, it's Zach up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, well, it was a pretty good race for you tonight, starting 6th and bringing her home 2nd. Every week you're continuing to show more and more speed, and your team's looking good. So how'd your race go tonight, Christopher?
It was all right. We fought tight the whole night. But like I said, every week it's just gaining and getting better. So I want to apologize to the 20. I didn't mean to get into him, but I washed up and got him. But it wasn't anything payback from Bristol or anything, just a racing deal. So sorry about that. But other than that, I mean, it was a pretty good race.
Yeah, it definitely was. There at the end, we seen that a couple guys came down and took tires, and you were the last guy on the older tires there. How were you feeling restarting in third there?
I was actually hoping to get a good jump, maybe try to send something in on the 24 and then, but I knew a one-lap shootout, if those tire guys didn't get clear of everything off of 2, then I was fine. I mean, for one lap, you can hold your own, but if it was a 3-4 lap run, I would have been in trouble.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely was a good thing I had that one-lap shootout there, but congrats on your second place finish tonight, Christopher. We go to Talladega next week. How you feel about that?
It's any man's game, so we'll get it tuned, sealed off, and go at it.
10-4, Christopher. Well, congrats on your second place finish, man. Before we let you go, anybody want to send a shout out to?
Shout out to y'all, broadcasting it. Just teammates did a lot of work, got a good truck, so keep doing it every week.
10-4, Christopher. Well, we'll catch you next week at Talladega, and you have a great week, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys, that was our second place man, Christopher Hill, and heard what he had to say. So I think Robert's finding his way down to victory lane slowly but surely.
That's right. I'm walking down here as Will Jones is getting out of his truck to celebrate a win here at the Earl. So I'm ready to wait for him to hop out of the truck here, Zach. Will Jones, Robert up here in the booth. You got a copy there, man?
Sure.
All right. Well, hey, congratulations here from Freaky Fast tonight, getting the win. You get back, you take back company racing, and you get yourselves back up in the victory lane. You started first here tonight, had a strong truck. You led 163 laps and put the fastest lap down of the whole race and your fastest lap of a 20.106. So, with that being said, how was your race here tonight, man?
It went a lot better than I was expecting. I really struggled in practice this week, and I didn't know, how the night was going to turn out, but for some reason in qualifying, the truck just took off and run good and made a good lap. And when the race comes, especially as it started getting dark and, the track kind of started getting some more grip, it took off, man. It was a rocket ship.
Yeah, it was most definitely a rocket ship here tonight, man. We were watching you the whole race with everybody else, but your truck was just so stable through the whole race. And it just seemed like you said, it got a lot stronger and stronger and stronger. But you definitely got a fan base out there on the Facebook side, man. You got your sister out there watching. You also got Nancy. I'm not sure who that is.
Yep, that's my mom.
That's your mom? All right. Well, she's out there watching, and she says, great win. She's proud of you. So keep it up there, man. We head off to good old Talladega in 2 weeks because we're off next week because of Easter. That gives you guys time to fine-tune that truck in there for some super speedway. What do you think's going to happen next in 2 weeks when we go there?
Man, I hate that place. I'm not looking forward to that at all. I just hope to come out and without getting wrecked. It's basically all I'm gonna try to do to survive.
There you go. Fine tune the truck and sit in the back and run with your teammates and just say, I don't want to be up there until the end, right?
That's right.
That's right. All right. Well, with that being said, man, before we let you go here at Freaky Fast, we'd like to congratulate you again on your win. Anybody you want to give a final shout out to before we let you go celebrate with your family and friends and team?
Yeah, just want to give a shout out to Team BCR. We unload every week with fast trucks. These guys really work hard on the setups and all. I'd like to say hi to my mom, my sister, and my dad who watched the race, and a buddy of mine, Chad Caton.
Yep.
I appreciate them watching, and thanks to Nick and Bobby for putting this on, and thank you guys for broadcasting. Y'all do a great job.
Well, thank you very much. And again, we'll let you go celebrate, and we'll catch you in 2 weeks. You have a safe and happy Easter. Enjoy the family and everything and Easter dinner, but we will catch you next time at Talladega there, bud.
Y'all do the same. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks.
All right, guys. That was our winner, Will Jones. Continuing that BCR strengths we've seen throughout pretty much every week. Last week they didn't get to win at Bristol, but they came back strong here at Richmond and off the Talladega next week where it's anybody's game.
2 weeks.
I keep saying next week. I'm sorry. I knew when I said it in my interview, too. I was like, but...
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, we won't be live. We'll go through that rundown here later as we can do the quick unofficial results here at the Earl. Make sure you check them out there on Facebook side, and you also can find them on Twitter too. They do got a Twitter account, so you can go over there and follow them, or the iRacing League, and get any detail or information, or just watch the races with these guys and us, and enjoy a night of Sunday night racing. And but I will hand the floor over to good old Soda Can Johnson here, as he can run through the unofficial results real quick.
Yes, sir. All righty. Well, tonight your winner is going to be Will Jones in that 24 truck. Right behind him is going to be Christopher M. Hill in second place. Justin Napier is going to round out the podium in third. David Bradford in fourth. Nick Hurd in fifth. William J. Nickel in sixth. Alan DeVries, seventh. Brandon Puffenbarger, eighth. JD there in the 51 truck, ninth. Bobby Hamilton Jr., 10th. Quentin Murdoch, 11th. Mark Truxell, 12th. Channing Ballou, 13th. Derek Runge, 14th. Jason Spear, 15th. Shane Wood, 16th. Tommy D'Angelo, 17th. Steve Murdoch, 18th. Daryl Spear, 19th. Chris Worrell, 20th. Mickey Spear, 21st. And Dennis Nickel is going to round out the field in 22nd.
All right. That's your unofficial results here at the Earl. We do got Nick Hurd down in the waiting room here, guys. I'm not exactly sure if he wants...
He probably was talking to the guys in there, maybe. I'm not sure, but...
Hey, Nick, do you need an interview? I don't want to leave and not have an interview with...
I think he's just talking to you.
All right. Well, I try to pull everybody up that weekend. You know, we try to be nice. But all right, well, that was our unofficial results here. Like I said, what's your guys' final thoughts here tonight at the Earl here at Richmond Raceway?
I mean, it was a typical Richmond race. You had people who either chose to not qualify or qualified maybe further back than they should, work their way up through the field throughout the race. And then you had the guys that were up front, stayed up front the whole race. And a pretty decent combination of short runs and long runs. And just loving short track racing, but at the same time, happy to go to somewhere a lot faster in a couple weeks here.
Yeah, just echo that and pretty much say, you know, shout out to the Earl here for always putting on a great finish. At the end of these races, you never know what's going to happen till the very end, and that's what we've seen pretty much all race. And BCR was able to pull off another great win here at Richmond. So on the Talladega next week, where we'll see some really close pack racing.
Yeah, we're going to be neck to neck there, as they're going to be hitting, what, about 180, 190 in the trucks?
Yeah, they'll hit, yeah.
About what they're going to hit? Yeah, so
182, yeah, probably.
Roughly somewhere around there. Yeah, so we're going to see some fast, bumping, action-packed racing in 2 weeks here at the Earl as they hit good old Alabama. Some super speedway racing. It's going to be fun, but with that being said, before we let everybody go, our next broadcast here at Freaky Fast will be this Thursday night. We are going to be heading to the Nora. We'll be with them there in the trucks. And then we will be live Saturday night at Racing Freaks as their second race into their chase. So make sure you tune in to those 2 nights here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. And then Sunday night, we'll be live back here. Well, no, we'll be off. So we'll be off next week. So we'll only have a Saturday night. So we'll be off Sunday night because of the holiday. So I'm sure you guys say as much as I say too. Everybody, happy Easter. God bless yous. Have a great holiday. Love, whatever you do. Easter egg hunting with the grandkids, or don't eat too much chocolate. Don't get stuff sick, because that's a bad thing at this time of the year with all the candy. I'm a bad one with that. So, but until we catch you guys around again, and ladies and gentlemen out there, we say God bless, love yous all, peace out.